Howdy toddy, Rebel fans, and welcome back to part 2 of a special solo edition of the Rebel Nation Conversation about what I consider to be one of the greatest sporting events of all times, the Masters. I am Umrebelfan69, and as stated, this is the second part of the 5-part solo edition. If you have not watched part 1, I recommend you go back, watch it. Wherein I gave my reasons for loving this tournament so much. So I won't go back over all of that. Let's just say, my dad influenced me a lot, but for anyway, however, just know that I love this tournament. I love this slice of earth known as the Augusta National Golf Club. It truly is a very special place. And it's a place you can go and enjoy, even if you're not a huge fan of the game of golf. I mean, it's just a gorgeous piece of earth. I mean, who doesn't love to watch and see full azaleas in bloom? And man, I'm telling you, it's just a gorgeous place. So with all that said, I will get right into part 2. I chose this one because I had always been a fan of Phil Mickelson. Since he came out of college, his ingenuity with the lob wedge and how he used it in his short game around the greens, and he was just so fun to watch. So part 2 will actually be about his 2010 win, which was actually his 3rd time to win the coveted green jacket. In 2010 Masters, Phil had won 2 other Masters in 2004 and 2006. Many thought he would not win another major, as he had just over the previous few years, he had just not looked as good as he had been. I think that arthritis was starting to really bother him, and he was having little issues. My dad was a huge Mickelson fan because he was a left-hander, and Daddy as well. Played as a left-hander, so he loved to watch all the left-handers play. I mean, he's a fan of Phil. He became a fan of Bubba Watson later on, and then back before those guys on the scene, old Bob Charles back in the day, he really loved watching him play. Ironically, my dad was not a left-handed person. He was ambidextrous, switch hitter in baseball. But he really felt better. If anything he did with 2 hands, he did it better from the left side. So the reason I even bring that up was Phil himself was right-handed as well. He just learned the game of golf by mirroring his dad. He would be standing in front of him, and his dad would swing the golf club back. Well, Phil standing directly in front of him, if he took the golf club back in the same direction, he was taking it back to the left-handed swing versus the right-handed swing. So that's how he learned the game of golf, was mirroring his dad, so he learned as a left-hander. On to the tournament. The tournament opened on Thursday, April 8th, 2010, with Fred Couples actually holding the day 1 lead at -6. Phil would be in a 5-way tie after day 1 at -5. Also in that 5-way tie was Tom Watson, who was 60 years old. How great would that have been if he could have pulled out another win? A 67 shot on that day, on any day at Augusta National, is a good round. So Phil had to be feeling really good about his chances. The Friday round was a lackluster 70 for Phil, which put him in a 5-way tie for the third place at that time. Ian Poulter, Lee Westwood, both shot 4 under and 3 under respectively to be tied for the day for day 2 lead at -8. Also in the 5-way third place tie was Tiger Woods. Freddie and Tom Watson had both shot 3 over and 1 over respectively to fall back to a tie for 9th. Saturday came up, and Saturday's known in the world of golf as moving day. Lee Westwood continued to play very well and shot a 4 under par 68 at a tournament total of 12 under 204. Phil shot the better round of a 67 and was now in sole position of second place, just one shot behind Westwood, with a tournament total of 205, 11 under par. And that would be also Phil's second 67 of the tournament. He had to be feeling really good about his play. All 3 rounds have been under par, but 2 rounds at 5 under is really well going around Augusta National. That brings us to the Sunday play. Sunday, Phil played one of his best career rounds, in my opinion. He was bogey-free on the day, and that is a huge accomplishment on the Augusta National Golf Club. Phil opened with 7 straight pars, while Westwood played erratic, but ended up with a solid 71 on the day, but 3 bogeys and 4 birdies. Phil finally carded a birdie on the par 5/8, a hole that really sets up well for him. I say this as it is it's kind of seen as a dogleg right. However, the final approach is to the left. So it sets up as a good approach shot for a left-handed fader of the golf ball, which is what Phil preferred to do, was work the ball right to left, which is the fade for the left-hander. Phil's second 9 is a thing of beauty. 4 under on the back with birdies at 12, 13, 15, and the finishing 18th hole. Tournament summary: Phil played the best 4 rounds. When you look at it from a collective, he was under par on all 4 rounds, and his final round was one of that epitomizes the term of being patient, taking what the golf course gives you. Playing mistake-free like he did on the final round by default, but put pressure on his competitors to try and make the better shots. They didn't, and the National claimed them as victims, while Phil masterfully navigated the course and won his 3rd green jacket. Phil has won 6 majors in his life. He won the Masters 3 times, the PGA twice, and became the oldest golfer to win a major when he won the 2021 PGA Championship at the age of 50. And he's won 1 Open Championship, or the old, what we used to call the British Open. But the one thing that's eluded him in all his career, he's never won the U.S. Open. So, Phil had a great PGA career. Nobody's can ever take that away from him. I know a lot of people out there say, he wasn't well liked on tour and nothing like that. But I can say, if you go back and watch the episode or part 1 of this solo series, I done it on the 1996 Masters, and I the reason I say that is I was able to go and attend a practice round at that tournament. And Phil was one of those that just really interacted with all the patrons, and especially the kids. Really talked well with them. And so, I just didn't see that. I'm not that guy that had to put up with them like the rest of the golfers on tour with him did. So I saw him as a pretty endearing fan favorite, and I just always liked him, and I know here lately he started getting a bad rap because of the live golf, moving over to it, but he's still going to be one of my favorite golfers, and I honestly I hope he. I haven't looked at this year's field. I'm hoping that he will come and play. So, anyway, that pretty much wraps up the 2010. My second favorite Masters And when I say favorite, it's not. I mean, there's other tournaments. I love it every year. I don't care who wins it. I don't. It's one of those tournaments. I mean, at the end of the day, I can be happy watching all 4 days of it and be. I just don't care who wins it. I enjoy watching it. And but reason I say favorite is, again, I was just a big fan of Phil, and as you'll watch these series go, you'll see that I kind of got a little common theme in these, except for even the first one a little bit. I like to see the golf. I really like seeing golfers that have been counted out winning, and that they're a little past their prime, maybe, and then they win one. Come in and win another one, and so that's just one of the reasons why I picked this one versus his other 2 wins at Augusta was because, again, he wasn't really playing that well leading into this tournament, but he sure had the best 4 rounds. Best 4 rounds, really. He just had one good round that drove him into the victory. He had 4 subpar rounds, just a thing of beauty. He played the best round and deserved a green jacket. So, anyway, that pretty much wraps that up. As I kind of did last time, I want to give a little fun factoid, in other words, for about the Augusta. In normal golf vernacular, we refer to the sides of a golf course as the front and the back nines. But at the Augusta National Golf Club, they are referred to as the first 9 and the second 9. So again, you will not hear a broadcaster or anyone affiliated with the Augusta National refer to them in any other manner. So there's your fun fact about Augusta National and the Masters. So come back. Again, I plan on dropping part 3 and 4 tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. And then with the 5th part of this series going to air on Thursday, opening day of the tournament. So, just as always, hotty-toddy Rebel fans, and hope to see you back.